Today's Saturday, August 26th, and welcome to another edition of Forrest Fenn Said What? It's been great having some conversations going. I want to say thanks to Vicky, Billy, Ken, Jesse, Chris, Gus, Barbara, Paul, and Jeff for the emails. And that's what I want, some conversation. I don't want it just to be me telling you guys things. Let's talk about it, either in the comments of the video or email me, and yeah, let's get a discussion going. Madison, on one of the comments, made an awesome connection. If the treasure chest is not in close proximity to a trail, which we know it isn't because Forrest Fenn said so, then the blaze is not a trail marker. Because if you take the poem literally, which I do, unless something tells me otherwise, when we find the blaze, we look quickly down our quest to cease. So the blaze is not a trail marker. The chest is not in close proximity to a human trail. That's awesome, Madison. That's exactly why I wanted to start making these videos, to get some discussion like that going. Another searcher wanted to know why I thought Forrest Fenn said 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. Now, we know how he got the measurement. In the last vlog, we know how he got the 0.25 miles. But I think his question was more like, why did he say it's north of Santa Fe to begin with? I personally think it's because he doesn't want people digging up Santa Fe, New Mexico, where he lives. He doesn't want it. I'm sure the people that live there don't want it. Now, everybody goes to Santa Fe, New Mexico, probably to try and meet him or to go to the Collected Works bookstore. But I think he said 8.25 miles north is because he wants to make sure nobody's there actually looking for the treasure chest. He doesn't want people showing up at his home. He doesn't want people in his city north of the city. And that's why I think he came up with north of Santa Fe to begin with. Most of the treasure hunts that are out there, the authors will say, not by my home, not where I work, that type of thing. So that's what I think that was. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments down below. So a lot of people have hit me with the waterfall idea, that the treasure chest could be under or behind a waterfall. And I'm starting to warm up to that idea. Warm up, warm waters, get it? Yeah, I like it. You can go behind a waterfall. Technically, I guess it depends where it's at. But it could be behind a waterfall where it's not in the water. And maybe you don't even have to go in the water to get behind the waterfall. Maybe there's a path, maybe there's a trail. I don't know, but if I'm out in the Rocky Mountains and I happen to come across a waterfall, forget about Forrest Fenn. I'm just going to explore the back of it if I can get to it. So do you think that's somewhere that people would look, just normally go and look? Or do you think that's somewhere where nobody would find it for, 500 years, whatever, 10 years? It's been, what, 8 years now, 7? That nobody would just go there on accident or randomly and find it. But I do like the waterfall idea. That's interesting. Starting to see it. And that's what I want, some input. I'll change how I think as well. Another one that people have said is when he said the treasure chest is not wet, and I had never heard of this before, they think he meant wet, W-H-E-T. Wet, W-H-E-T, means desirable. Wait, if the treasure chest is not wet, it would be not desirable? Well, regardless, maybe I got that wrong, but they think he meant wet, W-H-E-T. So, at the end of this video, I will discuss about wet. And the other thing is, if I missed anything, we had a video where the treasure chest is not, and then we had a vlog where the treasure chest is. If I missed anything, tell me. Put it in the comments, shoot me an email. Got an email and the guy said, hey, you didn't say Forrest's comment where if he was where the treasure chest is, he could, the sagebrush, the pinions, the pine nuts. Remember that quote from Forrest Fenn? I didn't include it because it's kind of controversial. He said, he said pinion nuts, and then he changed it, he meant pine nuts. And people think that narrows down the search area because the pinion nuts only grow in a certain area. I don't know. I'm not familiar with where nuts grow, so I didn't include it because it's kind of controversial. Forrest Fenn actually corrected what he meant. So people can look that up themselves if they want to. And we can have a discussion about it. If somebody can send me the actual quote, then I will read it in the video. And then if somebody also can send me his corrected quote, put it in the comments or send me an email. And then we can talk about it. But I wasn't too sure on that one because there seems to be a little controversy around it. So that's why I didn't include it. All right, let's recap a little bit on where the treasure chest is and where it is not. And I think if we recap, it'll be a better way to assemble all the ideas together. And you guys can let me know if I missed anything. So to do that, we're going to go over to the whiteboard. And the whiteboard is my wall. So here we go. We know the treasure chest is not in Idaho, Utah, or Canada. We know it's not in an outhouse. We know it's not associated with any structure, which ties in with the outhouse. It's not in a graveyard. It's not in a mine, tunnel, or cave. Not in close proximity to a human trail. Not on top of a mountain. Not in water, and at the end I'm going to talk about the wet, not in water thing. Not near the Rio Grande, and not under anything man-made. So that's where it's not. Hey, I got another package in the mail, no return address. I think I know what it is though, but I'm going to wait until mail time to open it. So, and that mail time will be Friday, September 1st. I'm going to pick up the boys Friday for the 3-day Labor Day weekend, and we'll do the mail time with whatever I've got then, probably Friday night. Maybe I'll wait till Saturday. Depends what we're doing. 2 people have told me they're going to get something in the mail, so hopefully I'll have those by Friday. If you do send me something, don't tell me what it is. I want it to be a surprise for me and the boys. So give me a heads up that it's coming, but don't tell me what it is. I appreciate it. And I've been trying to think of a way to say thank you to the people who have sent me something in the mail. Now, we have the Thrill of the Chase drawing, and people have sent me letters and postcards. I'm not talking about that. That's for the drawing. You will get something if you're selected, and that's the book, the Thrill of the Chase book. But for anybody that sends me a package or has sent me a package, I'm trying to think of a way to say thanks. And what I came up with was this. If and when I find Forrest Fenn's treasure chest, anybody who has sent me something in the mail, an item, something, a package, something in the mail, I'll do a random drawing and I will give one of the gold coins from the chest. That's a promise from me to you. And I know what you're going to say. Cowlazars, you're never going to find that chest. You don't even go out and search. It's pretty much an empty promise. It may be a long shot to find the Forrest Fenn chest, but it's not an empty promise. Because I tell you this, whenever I do go out and search, whenever I do make that trip, I will know exactly where I'm going, and I will move with confidence. I'm not just going to go out there and wing it. The clues will be in order, they'll line up, and I think if I go make that search, I'll have a good probability of finding the chest. So my promise is anybody that sends me something in the mail, I'll do a drawing, and they will get a gold coin. Anybody who has sent me anything in the mail and anybody who will send me something in the mail. The other thing is, anybody who wants to donate with that PayPal link down there, even if it's just $1, anybody who donates, the same holds true. I find the Forrest Fenn chest, I'll do a random drawing for all the people that have donated through that PayPal link, and I will send one lucky winner one of the gold coins from the chest. So that's just a way I was trying to think to say thanks, and that's what I came up with. So I did email Forrest a question about the treasure chest being wet, and guess what? He emailed me back this morning. Here's the question I sent to him. Is there anything you would like to add to the statement that the chest is not in water? In the past, you have stated you know that the chest is wet. Are these conflicting statements? Thanks, Mike, a.k.a. Cowlazars. Forrest reply. Just because the chest isn't in water doesn't mean it isn't wet. There are thunderstorms every day somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, and once rain or snow drips or seeps under the lid and into the chest, it probably won't get dry before it gets wet again. It probably won't dry before it gets wet again. Just because the chest isn't in the water doesn't mean it isn't wet. There are thunderstorms every day somewhere in the Rocky Mountains, and once rain or snow drips or seeps under the lid and into the chest, it probably won't dry before it gets wet again. Huh. So there you have it, folks. That's how Forrest Fenn knows the chest is wet, from the rain. Sorry for the people that it kills your idea about wet being W-H-E-T, but he did spell wet W-E-T. So for me, what's going on tonight is the Mayweather-McGregor fight. They're fighting here in Las Vegas tonight in T-Mobile Arena. If anybody follows boxing or MMA, it's a huge, huge deal. A lot of people think McGregor's going to get killed, that Mayweather is just too smart, too good, too experienced. I'm leaning toward McGregor just because he's younger, he's left-handed, and he wants it. He's hungry. If anybody is into the fight game, MMA or boxing, anybody going to watch it, let me know in the comments below. Put who you think's going to win, Mayweather or McGregor, and if you're going to get it. I'm going to get the pay-per-view. I know it's $100 for a fight that could be over in a matter of minutes, but I got to watch it. You know, back in the 90s, me and my buddy Bill, we used to get all the Mike Tyson fights, and a lot of those fights were over within the first minute. But it's just fun to watch the hype up to it, the weigh-in, the trash talk, all that kind of fun stuff. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. How about you? What do you guys be doing on a Saturday night in whatever city you're from? Matter of fact, in the comments below, tell me what city you're from.
Thank you guys for watching this video, and I hope you guys like it, and let's begin.
If you made it all the way to the end of this video, put what you think this is in the comments down below. If you don't know what this is from, then just put coffee cup in the comments down below. But I'm trying to see if anybody can tell what this is, what it's from. See if anybody's a nerd like me. So if you know what it is, put it down in the comments below. If not, just put coffee cup. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.